Let's talk about your tax refund today. Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. We are so glad you are hanging out with us today and just truly honored that you'd be a part of things. If you want to subscribe to our podcast, please do. We update this all the time with tons of tips and tricks on becoming financially free. You can also share this with your friends and family and even stop by our social media pages. We're pretty much everywhere. Wherever you are is where we are too. Just search for the College Investor and get to know us. We'd love to get to know you too. All right, so the April 15th tax filing deadline might bring dread to taxpayers everywhere, but the storm cloud comes with a silver, or dare I say, dollar-covered lining. In 2022, nearly 100 million taxpayers received a refund, with the average refund being $3,039. Whoa! This sizable payday could be the cash you need to set yourself up for financial stability and a growing net worth. We recommend the best ways to save for your tax refund today. Let's get to it. First, decide how much you're going to save. Your tax refund may feel like free money. Oh, but it's not. You earned that money through hard work throughout the year, and you gave it to the government for free as a free loan. But that's beside the point. So it's kind of tough to treat a tax refund the same way you treat your paycheck. Instead of avoiding the temptation to splurge, commit to saving a portion of your tax return. Save that money first. Then spend the rest as you see fit. Maybe you want to save 90% of the refund and spend the remaining 10%. You might decide to spend half and save half. Whatever you decide, commit to saving the money before you start spending. And then once you decide how much to save, then you can decide how to save it. In general, saving your tax refund involves moving your money out of your checking and into a different account. So our list can kind of help you decide the best ways to save your refund. Save it in your checking. So a checking account is generally a terrible place to save. It's tempting to overspend when you have too much money in the account, and you can expect to earn a low rate of return on your cash. If you count 0.001% as a return at all. However, a small financial buffer in your checking account can give you tremendous peace of mind. When you have that little bit of a buffer, you can put your bills on auto pay and avoid all kinds of later and overdraft fees. Budgeting becomes a whole lot easier when you don't have to worry about perfectly aligning payments with paychecks. So if you regularly run your checking account close to zero, consider using your refund to build a little bit of a buffer in your checking account. Otherwise, just skip this recommendation altogether and consider one of the other options. Boost your emergency savings. Most financial experts do recommend prioritizing emergency savings over all other financial goals. Saving 3 to 6 months of bare-bones expenses can help you weather major financial storms, even including job loss and other setbacks. If you don't have an emergency fund, open up a new high-yield savings account at a bank that doesn't have your primary checking account. Separating your checking and emergency savings is going to ensure that you don't accidentally spend your emergency savings on an emergency trip to Jamaica. Emergency in air quotes there. Right now, the best savings accounts offer yields of over 5% per year, so saving money can actually be quite rewarding. Pay off high-interest debt. Oh, yes, I love this one. Once you have a buffer in your checking account and your emergency savings, it's time to tackle your high-interest debt and cut up those dadgum cards. The Federal Reserve Economic Data, or FRED, showed that the average interest rate on credit cards was over 22% in November 2023. That's not affordable. Paying off credit card debt guarantees a massive return on your investment. Not sure which debt to pay first? You better believe we have step-by-step guidance on which debt to tackle first inside this article at thecollegeinvestor.com. The next thing you can do with your tax refund is invest in a Roth IRA. With an emergency fund in place, high-interest debt out of the way, you don't have to focus as much on saving. Instead, you can invest your money. Investing involves putting your money at risk with the expectation that your money is going to grow over the long haul. The first place to start investing is a Roth IRA. You can open a Roth account at most major brokerage companies, if not all. A Roth IRA is a retirement investment account. For 2023, you can contribute up to $6,500, and the deadline for contributing is, you guessed it, April 15th, 2024. A Roth IRA is a tax-advantaged investment account. You've already paid those taxes on the money you contribute to the account. Money that you keep in the account grows tax-free, and you won't have to pay taxes when you take money from the account during retirement. If you contribute $3,000 today and you earn 8% annually, your investment will grow to $30,000 in 30 years. That's no joke. If you contribute $3,000 per year, you can expect to see over $370,000 in that account in 30 years. Remember, the value of investments can fluctuate, and it's normal to see investment values fall and rise. If you're investing for retirement, the best thing you can do is invest your money and just leave it. You can also save for your child's education. All right, so parents may want to prioritize investing in a 529 plan or 529 for their children. A 529 plan account is an investment account where growth isn't taxed as long as the money is used for educational expenses. Some states even offer some tax credits or deductions for parents who use these accounts. Even though saving for your retirement is more important than saving for a child's education, this type of saving can be very rewarding. When you save for educational expenses, your child can limit the burden of student loan debt. That knowledge can be motivating for parents, especially if you remember how hard you had to work to pay off your own debt. You can also start investing in real estate. This is awesome. All right, so when your retirement savings are on track, investing becomes even more fun. With a few $1,000s, you can start investing in real estate. With just a few $1,000s, you won't be able to buy a house, we know this, but you can invest through real estate crowdfunding, or you could even save the money and add to the savings over time. With a large enough stash of cash, you will have the money for a down payment on a house. You could rent that house out, live in it, or just do both. House hacking involves living in part of the house and renting out the rest of it, like a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex, all that stuff. It's one of the best ways to safely enter the world of real estate investing. Consider alternatives. Alternative investments are any investments that you can't buy, sell, or trade through traditional financial markets. Real estate is just one type, but alternatives also include crypto, fine art, land, precious metals, baseball cards, a whole lot of stuff. You don't have to invest in alternatives, but a whole lot of investors do like to learn about the investments in this asset class and at least invest a portion of their portfolio in alternatives. Many alternative investments are very speculative, as you can imagine. These investments could take years to pay out, or they could go to zero. So we only recommend investing in alternatives when you're meeting your other financial goals and you just have money left over for some riskier investments. Those riskier investments could have huge rewards. Save your refund before you accidentally spend it. That's the bottom line. So this list of 7 things suggests an order of operations to save your money. You don't have to follow these recommendations. Saving and investing money will help you grow your net worth over time. Your tax refund may be your biggest source of, air quotes again, extra income this year. Although, just keep in mind, you already earned that throughout the year. So anything you can do to save the money is just going to help you grow your net worth over time. And that is our show for today. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, you want to share this with others, please go ahead and do that. We'd greatly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us on social media. We're everywhere. Just search for The College Investor. You can dive a little bit deeper, too, inside this article in the 7 ways. Take a look at the different links and resources for you at thecollegeinvestor.com. thecollegeinvestor.com. Thanks again for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.